where visionary leaders build a life and business legacy on purpose through mindset, branding, marketing, sales, systems, and team so they can make an amazing impact and income and positively affect their communities worldwide. Ensure that you are sharing this show, you're subscribing, and you also are leaving us a review so we can create more amazing content around those areas to help you level up to the next level and also bring amazing guest experts that can share their knowledge and expertise with you so that you can create amazing legacy. All right, everyone, welcome back to another show. I am back with you. Very amazingly happy that it is Friday and we have made an impact this week, and we get to maybe use the weekends to just reconnect back with ourselves, spend more time with ourselves. So we're going to share really great information to give you more freedom, to give you the freedom to work in your business, right? And not really in the day-to-day trenches today. So I have my amazing guest today, Mia Frankel, and she will share with us interesting information and, of course, a lot of wisdom around how to make your business work for you and go from solopreneurship to entrepreneurship to leadership to visionary CEO leadership, because those are all the stages of growth, just like a human being, right? We go through the different stages, and that just happens to be the stages of entrepreneurship. Mia, thank you so much for finding time to come on our show. Where are you logging in from today?
Well, thanks for having me, Elona. I'm so excited to be here, of course. I am in Victoria, British Columbia, Canada, which is north of Seattle, if you're familiar with North America. And it's just a beautiful little oasis of a place. And I live on to me, it's a fairly big, but in other places, maybe small island. So there's a bit of a vibe to island life where I live as well.
It's really, really cool. I have so many beautiful friends up there, and we're truly global. We are blessed to be so global for sure. Yeah, I'm in New York, as a lot of the viewers know, and I think we connected before. So it's truly cool to get the best of the places we live in and be able to share our message now with so many more people. So Mia, before we dive into the topic today, I would love to hear a little bit more regarding your journey, some of the most meaningful moments that led you to the work that you're doing now.
So I have followed the book of life throughout the majority of my life. And the book of life, as it was told to me, was go to school, get a job, and work, and get your pension, and then retire out. And in today's economy and culture, that could be 40 years of your life, which is a significant amount of time of having to abide by the confines of somebody else's structure, right? And so I went to school and I got an education and I got a good job and I started working like that. In local government has been my career platform, and it's been great. But there's always been this other energy following me around entrepreneurship. And I dabbled starting in multi-level marketing type businesses and started to sort of sharpen my tooth in that industry and get to know what that looked like. And it broadened my understanding of ways that we can generate income and have stability and live a more flexible lifestyle. And so some defining moments really had to do with people that I met along the way in my journey. So one incredible darling friend, Olga, her and I became friends, and then I joined the networking company that she was in, and that was like fire. It was amazing because we traveled and we went to personal development seminars where you have, thousands of people in a stadium learning and growing and committed to the business. So that infused my curiosity around running a business. And then it evolved away from network marketing into online service provision and the virtual assistant and project manager, CEO consultant type of role. So I have a natural affinity to business strategy, to organizing chaos, to leading people, to project management, to coordinating all the stardust bits of business and holding them together, particularly for very creative CEO types who are just constantly in explosive mode. I seem to have the right energy for that. And so now I've evolved my business after a few years of working as a very traditional online business manager into something that's going to work a bit more dynamically between myself and my clients. And what it's come down to is focusing on my passion, which is solo startuppreneurs, female startups. Like, I love you so much. You can do it. Hang in there. And created such a simple system in order for them to be able to run their business so it doesn't run them. And in doing so, I've obviously applied it to my own business. And right now I'm like busier than ever, and it's easier than I could have ever dreamed. It's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I love your journey. By the way, you got that book too, the one that society said that you will live ever after.
When you're born, it's like you're born and here's the book.
High five. I got the book too. And yeah, I did all of that. I'm like, wait, there's so much more. So thank God there is so much more because we get to be here and do this work, right? So yeah. I love that about your journey, but also the wisdom and expertise you've gained over the years. I think every experience builds upon your skills and expertise, so to speak. So now you're able to give more value to people, right? You're able to look at your journey and look at all the, the steps or the dots that now you have connected. So you do it faster and easier for someone else, saving them time and money and all of that, right? I mean, that's why I love the industry that we are in, because again, if you can condense whatever it took you 6 years to teach people in a month or a year or 2 years, right? Whatever the process looks like, depending on the result and the transformation. I mean, why wouldn't we, invest in that? Like I've just become obsessed about processes, how to make them faster, how to do them, simpler, because that is the goal of our life. It's not about working hard, it's working smart, so that we can do more good in the world, serve ourselves, serve our families, but then serve humanity. So that's kind of the trickle effect based on all our work and whatever we choose to kind of focus on. And as we grow and evolve in our business, our stuff changes, our offers changes, our niches change, our audiences change, we change. Yes. So I think it's very, very important to say this and to showcase and to kind of share from our experience that business journey is just like a human development. We grow as a person, our business grows as a person. So why don't we just put the two together and help people go from solopreneurship, where we all start there, point A, we all start from experience, not from zero, because I think the experience we have accumulated definitely serves us. It just serves us in a different way. But we definitely all start there, and then we can absolutely grow. So Mia, where can we start with making our business simple? What is it that you have learned that you feel that you like to share with us? Because again, we all want to work smart and not hard. So how do we, where do we start with that?
So I've just created the KISS method, which is the keeping it super simple, you sexy solopreneur. Keep it super simple. What do you have to do? What are the core 4 elements of your business? You need to have an offer. You need to create. You need to sell that offer, which means you need to be visible. You need to serve on it, have a client base that is receiving, where there's an exchange happening, and then repeat. And that's it. And in that, I've got this is the top level. So when you're a solopreneur, There's so much out there, and the internet is geared towards selling to you. So there's constant information and signals and promises of what I've been calling the KFC secret recipe, like the chicken franchise, right? Kentucky Fried Chicken and their secret recipe, and everybody's selling it to you to blow up your online business. And at Powerful Inc., I'm not going to blow smoke up your derriere. I'm going to tell you that there's work and there's figuring it out to do. But if you can get clear in a solid foundation of what your business is and the key areas to focus on, then we can build them out and turn off the other noise and actually experiment with what you actually have and grow it and grow it and grow it. And so in the create, it's your offers. And some people like to create offers like popcorn, putting new stuff out all the time. Maybe others have 1 to 5. Whatever it is, you need to be clear on what you're selling and be able to communicate what that product is and why it matters and what it's going to do for somebody. And so that's clarity for yourself, because then you know what game you're in, what business you're in, and you get very familiar with the language of your offers. And when you're starting out, or even when you're in it, to avoid complacency, this familiarity is going to help on when you're on a podcast, when you're needing to show up for messaging, when you want to run a promotion, you know your things inside out. Then selling, messaging, visibility can be done in a very simple way. And I've developed some templates that, again, create the house of what your core messages are, keywords, context, demographic, all of this is without being constrictive. It's just being organized so that the execution is easier. And then when we move into serving, there's ways to show up for your client that have to also fit with your life. Because like you said, Elona, business is part of our entire life. And this is where we do self-development through business growth, and we get to know ourselves. And one of the most important mindset things in that journey is to be more than just our business, to not be trapped in defining our worth by the success of our business. Let our business be our fitness training ground to become a greater person who can hold more in all areas. And so in serving your clients, then, to fit in with your lifestyle, you have to come up with a way that's going to work for that. So whether you're selling products on repeat, whether you're doing one-on-one calls, if you're in communication with them, what email automations can you put in place so that you don't have to physically write, same as welcoming them in, so that they can have something as soon as they hit pay, be welcomed into your world and feel supported and good about their purchase. And that you, when you're at work or at the playground or, maybe on a date night, not checking your phone and getting an email and saying, oh, I got a new client. I have to put everything else on pause to deliver on this, right? And then practicing in the service, just practice. We all have to start from somewhere. And so when you get a new client, you get an opportunity to show up and be this person that you say you want to be. So do that. And you will increase your fitness the more you do it. And if you're not getting clients, then there's other ways that you can attract people to still practice that. So that's another element that we talk about. And then the repeat is what worked, what didn't, what strategy, what's next, what am I doing 3 months from now? How am I tracking my actual business instead of just constantly being in reactive mode? You have to put on this strong CEO hat to see the business as a business, right? As an entity that must function and operate and deliver on the promises that you are sending out to the world. And so that's like business management. And in that, it's money and metrics. And, we can talk about all kinds of different things around that. But in order to keep it really simple, it's around a little bit of planning, a little bit of review, and then setting up for the next set. So, yeah.
Mia, I love that you put together the step-by-step framework for the foundation of a startup. Like everyone starts there, right? In order to have a business, you need an offer. Otherwise, that's your business model. Otherwise, how are we making money? So you don't have a business, you have a hobby. So I love that you put all of that together for your, the people that follow you and your clients as well. Because I think there is a lot of confusion around so many ways to come into business. There's
Yeah.
so many journeys, right? Some of us are entrepreneurs already. Some of us been entrepreneurs for years. Some of us did not even think you would ever be an entrepreneur. You got that book like I did.
Yeah.
Right. So, I think that's what it is. That's why everyone is a different journey, and it's kind of hard to pinpoint where it is, but there is foundations. I'm a always, big foundational kind of girl, because if there's repeatable things that all businesses do, why don't we just learn them and then personalize them to our own business? Business is as old as we
Time.
are, right?
Yeah.
As human race. I mean, it's been done in different ways, but obviously there's things that carry over, and there's things that no longer serve us, of course, because we're living in a different world, and now we can reach people so much, so much more globally and all of that. But I think it all comes down to that. And what I love, that I would like to stop or focus our conversation on two things that I also see as big pain points is the offers. It's so easy. It's just like distraction. It's so easy to be like, well, if whatever program I have is not working, maybe I'll just like do a course. Maybe I'll just like do a mastermind. Maybe I'll just like do a membership. Do you guys know that each of these offers is like 10 businesses in one, right? So all of these will take effort. All of these will take energy. All of these will take focus, positioning, marketing. So just be careful when you just start introducing offers, just like, the next shiny object in the business. First of all, make sure your offer is working. There's proof of concept. You are making money with your offer. And once you have that, never let that offer go. You can always build on top of the needs of your audience, but have a bread and butter that makes you money. That's your foundation. Because another big pain point for businesses is that they lack consistency with cash flow and clients. They don't have a recurring system to bring them clients every month, so that they have that base, they have that income coming in. And then once you have the bread and butter in your base built, then you can always grow. No one will tell you not to go for, different offer or things that will, very strategically build trust with your client, because there is a journey. I mean, when people, the cold, warm, the cold, warm, and hot, right? I mean, there is a journey. People have to build trust with you, right? So you do have to consider all these different things in your business. And yeah, I agree that I think there's a lot of inconsistency with business models. There's a lot of inconsistency with people not understanding what phase and stage of business they're in, and what is it that's going to be their bread and butter. Is it going to be their foundation, so then they can grow on top of that. And then there's an inconsistency, obviously, with a lot of information around marketing, like how do you make $1 million a year or a month? A lot of the promises like that, the bait marketing promises, which I wish I could just get rid of forever. But yeah, so, those things. So I would say, Mia, based on sort of what you said, how can we focus on that bread and butter offer that makes us money? We have proof of concept. We've given transformations. People have gone through it. And then we can build on top of that. And how do we create systems for consistent cash flow so that we have always money and clients coming in our business, so that our we can breathe, we can feed ourselves, because that's the big problem. All this inconsistency, especially as a solopreneur, which is so scary for a lot of people, because like you don't know how you're going to pay your bills next month. Right? So I think this is a big crowd of entrepreneurs are over here.
Yeah, so this is why we want to keep it simple, because if we're spending too much time in trying to run the business, it's overtaking the ability to serve those clients. So if you have your bread and butter offer, and it's going to take time to get it off the ground. And so as you were speaking, like the beautiful analogy that makes this so real is McDonald's. That's what comes to mind. McDonald's started as hamburgers, fries, and milkshakes. 3 things. It's a $1 billion company now. Okay. Burgers, French fries, and milkshakes. I bet 97% of us have the stuff in our fridge right now to make that. Billion-dollar company. So what is your hamburger, fries, and milkshake? And take the best care of it. It is your beautiful baby. McDonald's now has feature foods that come and go through their menu, iced coffee, different things. But you know that those golden arches mean that basic set of products. So when you do that and you give it time, right? Like you don't go to the gym and lose 10 pounds in one workout. You have to give these things time. And if you're constantly changing that, it's confusing for you and you're not gathering enough data to then go back and look at for the repeat part in that 4 steps I talked about, in the repeat part to know what worked. So this bread and butter offer, once it's established, once you have that credibility and that result evidence from the clients that you've worked with, you can use them to look at what clues came up in working with them as to other things that you could create that complement your bread and butter offer. You could ask them, you could do some more research and try to find things that align with your passion and your natural talents. So this is where, I was going to say, what we do is we have to go and hide in the woods with our journals and turn off all the external noise and remember those moments in client interaction where we were just like bursting up over what happened, and then find what more we can draw from that. Because this has been one of my greatest things that I am really working and letting go of now, is this constant gluttonous consumption of trying to find it outside. It's not outside there. It's here. All that outside stuff is intended to encourage and support, but you already have it inside. And like, you guys, that's the most obnoxious coach comment I've heard in my whole journey. I'm just like, oh my God, I already have the answer. No, give me the answer. But the wisdom and the truth and the magic secret sauce is from unlocking that yourself. Right? Again,
I almost want to do like a bang, bang, bang somewhere. I gotta get some special features for the show.
More sound effects.
It's like just like being born or being clarified or whatever you might want to call it. I think that's it, Mia. That is exactly what I also feel from all the inner work that I've done, from all the clients that I've helped, that once we figure out, our gift, we have a lot of gifts, but we have to figure out the big gift, the big problem we solve in the world. And once we figure that out, then I don't think anyone wants to stay as solopreneurs after that, because you are like, that just comes to you naturally and you just need to manifest that daily. Otherwise you're not fulfilling your purpose. Like like once you know it, you've been cursed in a good way.
Yeah. The box is open. The book is burned and the box is open.
Then you have to just put it to use for humanity, because like, oh shoot, now I know what it is. So I have to now go and help and contribute and make an impact. And the more you do that, the more it's like sharing and caring. Like as human beings, the more we want to help other people. We want to help as many people as we possibly can. Honestly, this is the same thing in entrepreneurship. That's why when you find that special thing that you have, and I promise you, I tell my clients, I'll promise you, I'll find you at least one gift that you're born with. I can find more, but let's find that one. And then once you discover that, that's where you stay. Right? That's where you stay. And then with that gift, you surround yourself with the right tools, with the right mentors, with the right learning, with the right skills, with the right experience. All of that will happen. It's like the tree. Here at the Life School, I have a thing that I always call it the tree, right? So you are the tree, the trunk of the tree. So once you figure out that and I call it your bigger purpose. It's what you're born to do in the world, right? Because we have a bigger purpose. Once you figure that out, then the leaves of the tree, the systems, all the stuff we're always talking about sometimes is not sexy, right? All the, processes, the tools and the selling and all these things that sometimes, kind of give us a lot of brain noise are all part of the process so that you can make a bigger impact. But I've noticed that people are willing to grow through a lot of those things if the why and the purpose is bigger than themselves.
Yes.
The work that they're doing means something to them personally, and they feel called that this is the work I need to do for other people. And they will grow through the growing pains. They will go through that because that is a bigger purpose. And this is where I say visionary CEOs are born, because even if you're not the visionary CEO that wants to create and pull the company forward, then maybe you are the director, the operator, right? Maybe you're the person that does the systems and the processes. And there's people for that. There's people for everything. So bring those as entrepreneurs in your company and let them work on their gifts. That's their gift. That's what they're born to do. So let's unite all our gifts together, and that your company, your vision, not only is going to expand, because then the company becomes like a breathing thing with its own people, its own, mechanisms and all of that. Let that keep going forward and make a bigger impact. So I really feel that people are missing this link that you talked about, the inner, figuring that out. And once you figure that out, work on it every day to become a master at it. I have meditated so much on what niche should I stay. I know I'm very gifted. I have a lot of experience, but I always meditated on what is that one bigger problem that I can solve it so naturally because it's just part of my bigger purpose. And business always comes up for me. Business, entrepreneurship, leadership, entrepreneurship. So I'm like, I heard you. I got it. I got it, universe. I will obey, and I'll stay where I need to stay in my lane while I put all the rest of the pieces and connect all the dots that I need to connect to move forward in impact and in income. So thank you for giving me that aha moment there. I think that was brilliant what you said there, Mia. So behind your company name, Pau, her full. Tell me what that means for you.
It means everything. It's such a big question. I was miafrankel.com, which was like, whatever. And then this name came about a year ago. And so it allows me to provide a greater span of services that are connected: mindset work, self-love, business systems, creativity. But what it really does is will help me guide female startups to overcome themselves in order to become themselves, through learning how to run a business, through learning how to practice their soul fitness in the business playground, and to, again, create that separation, but use your business as a way to grow yourself. And in this umbrella now, like the Pow Her Full, like it is very female centric, and embracing your power that you have, the magic we talked about, standing in like the love energy, the collaboration energy that the world is, starting to electrify, and joining up with others in order to have a greater impact and access success a bit quicker than working by yourself. I'm like, forget solopreneur. We're going into the age of collaborapreneur here. Sisters unite, leverage, sharing, abundance for all. And the fullness of it is bringing all of this together so that, so that we can live fully expressed, that we can have the lives that we want, that we can be moms, we can be friends, we can be rich and pay it back to others and bring them along and create this beautiful cycle where we're all kind of launching into this gorgeous life that some of us are like killing ourselves for. No more of that. We're going to unlock the powers. release ourselves, and everybody's coming along, like it or not.
My freaking goodness. Well, I got goosebumps because I feel the energy of the vision that you have. And look, you just had to close your eyes to channel
Yeah,
it out.
yeah.
And
It's deep.
it's so deep for you. And that's what I'm talking about. I mean, I think we all choose the journey. Sometimes we fit into little boxes. We think we need to be a little business coach or like, fit and help like a little niche. And that's okay too. I mean, we all got to start there. But I find that the vision for us is bigger. Like there's always a bigger reason why we talk about business, right?
Mhm.
We talk about entrepreneurship. We talk about solopreneurship because at the end of that, it's more than that. It's freedom, it's empowerment, it's impact, it's freaking realizing our potential, as human beings, seeing what abundance we can create in our lives from all the areas. And that's what I got from you. And that's so relatable to what I do too, because, yes, I also have to position myself in business because of marketing. I think we need to change a lot of the stuff. But anyway, one step at a time. We focus ourselves on the one thing, but it's so much more. It's all the other areas. It's the spiritual fulfillment, right? Especially for women. It's the spiritual fulfillment, it's the confidence, right? It's the independence, financial independence, it's the service, it's the gift finding discovery of our purpose and all of these things. It's healthy relationships, it's healthy, our health, our physical health, mental health, spiritual health, all these things. So we are just combined by all these different areas in our lives. And I get it that we have to stay in one dot, but in that dot, there's so much more byproduct and effect that we get to create by the work that we do, because everything is connected in life. And as humans, we are all interconnected. I love the word that you said, collaboration entrepreneurship. Is that what?
Solopreneur.
Collaborapreneur. I love that. I love that word because we are now understanding that there's so much more to that. But I have still yet to find someone that started this journey that just did it for that one thing. There's always a bigger vision why they started it. And when you, as we said, tap into your inner spirit, you really will figure out the answer. So that is powerful. And Mia, I will wrap up the show now.
Yeah.
We can probably go on and just I guess go off one another's energy because we have good synergy. So obviously, like, we can go from topic to topic and just share and share and share. But for the sake of, let's say, attention spans with content, we have to fit into a small box and a small box, and we have to do the show, let's say 20-30 minutes. We have to, well, we get to, right? Who decided anything? We get to recreate everything, right? So that's the power of writing your own damn book, not having society giving you what we should do, all the shoulds that we should ourselves, especially as women. So Mia, finally, a final message. I think that was really beautiful what you shared about your company. A final message for our audience of entrepreneurs based on the work that you do day to day, and also where is it that people can continue the conversation with you, because that's all we did here. We just started the conversation. So much more.
Yeah, just keep it simple. Sexy solopreneur. Like, I am a recovering overcomplicator, and simplifying it is why I can be so busy and so spacious all at once. So, it's not that complicated. And come find me through my website, FULLINC.com. Come find me on social. Everything is tagged under that, Instagram and Facebook. I would love to have a conversation with you. The KISS method is coming out this summer. It's going to revolutionize the female startup journey. I'm so excited. It's going to be a beautiful holding space to, figure out these core 4 components and feel like it's something that you can actually do. You're going to simplify it and you'll be like, oh my gosh, I can actually do this. That's going to be a huge part of the journey. And so, yeah, I'm completely available. I'm an open book. So just shoot me a message and email. I'd love to chat with you and hear about what's going on and where you're feeling stuck or broken. And we'll just exchange energy and shift things beautifully together.
and hold the space for people because they do
Mhm.
have all the answers. That's
Mhm.
always what I've seen. I mean, we could talk about, obviously information is important and knowing what to do is important, especially from people that are maybe in the journey longer or have discovered that this is their gift, right? Because we talked about collaboration, not only, through the things we do, but also with gift sharing. I
Yes.
could see that also, like, envisioned out there, like gift sharing. Mia, you're gifted here. I'm gifted here. Let's put that together and see
Mhm.
what is it that we can do to support one another. And that's just powerful because now we're working very in effort, harmony, and we have so much more space, and that's working smart and not working hard. So there's so much. Well, beautiful community. Where to find Mia. She's also inside our life school Facebook group, and also wherever this show is really gone live. I'm always about make a bigger impact. So wherever you see it, support it, subscribe, share it, do what you need to do. If you felt pulled by the message, you know what to do. I always say that I don't like to, give the next steps and action steps, because if
Mhm.
people feel pulled by the message,
Mhm.
they'll know pretty much intuitively what is it that they need to do. So thank you so much for listening, and I will see you with another show, another beautiful, hard-driven entrepreneur and visionary CEO, just like Mia. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful rest of your Friday, everybody. I am offering a free 30-minute discovery strategy business growth call for you in order to help you discover the foundational gaps that you might have between your book publishing, branding, marketing, sales, systems, and team, so that you can make more impact and income in your business this year. Even if you decide not to receive the further support that I could provide for you, you will still walk away with amazing wisdom and value from my 20-year experience in helping entrepreneurs and growing my own successful business, in what are some of the gaps that you are experiencing and how to connect those gaps with your ultimate business and life vision. Schedule a call now, as my calendar gets booked very fast, so that you could take advantage of this 30-minute opportunity to have a personalized chat together.